Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and Horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the dragon. So welcome back all my dragon friends. I hope you're doing all right. Let's find out how you've been this week as we shuffle these cards up and down and move them all around and pick 3 out for you guys. Let's see what we've got. Let's stop about there. And we're going to take that one from the bottom. We're going to take that one from the middle. We're going to take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, well, that's not looking great, is it? Not really, with those 3 blacks there, 3 negatives and not 1 positive. However, as I've always said before, black is not always an attack and white isn't always all right. It all depends on the compatibilities. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so the black dragon. Lots to do, lots of things to catch up on, lots of things to get done, lots of things that are probably now starting to add up and become a very long to-do list. A to-do list that you've probably procrastinated on or have been very hesitant to start, because once you start, it will become noticeable. And then you'll have to do the next job and another job and the other bit. And that's okay. I mean, you're a doer. Doers like to do. So it's not necessarily a massive inconvenience. But with the mood and the other things that may be sort of bringing you down a little bit at the moment, doing stuff isn't necessarily something that you are looking forward to. Doing stuff isn't something that you're doing because you feel it has to be done. It's more something that you need to do because it's like stuff that you, it's not like stuff that you have to do because it's there to be done. It's more like if you don't do it, you're going to implode on yourself, because it's not because you're doing the jobs to do them. You're doing them for your own sanity. Does this make sense? Maybe it makes sense to dragon people more so than it would anybody else, but you're not doing it to do it. You're doing it for you. You're doing it because if you don't do it, you'll basically explode. You'll flip. It's like you need this. You need to do this. You need to do this, and because it's all this stuff that you've procrastinated on, or you've you've not got around to doing, there is now a considerable amount of it where it's almost like the right time to do it is now, because you're in that mood where you have to get stuff done to do it for your own sake. Maybe there's something more here. Maybe there's a conflict here. Maybe there is some kind of deeper reasoning for this. I think with everything that is going on, with having to push forward and do these things, there is an underlining issue, something that is bringing you down, something that is frustrating you, something that is agitating you, something that's probably actually getting you quite annoyed. It could be something that's quite abrupt as well and in your face. So it's almost like salt to a wound. And that's what this to-do list is. It's a distraction. That's what it is. You do it to distract yourself. You're not doing it because you feel like it needs to be done. You're just doing it because you feel it's the best way to distract yourself from what you're actually feeling or what you're going through. It's the best way to be in denial, is to distract yourself. To distract yourself from the thing or the things or the someone or the something that is ultimately pushing you into a corner. You're being backed into a corner almost relentlessly. And when somebody pushes a dragon into the corner, there's only one thing that's going to happen. And it's going to happen relatively quickly. It's not a wait and see sort of game. It's a push the button and it immediately starts to show you the results. Push that dragon into a corner and you will see the results of that. And I think, again, it's another reason why you're kind of in this place of do and distract, so you can stay in a place of denial or ignorance where you're not then unleashing that, because it could be very, very easy for you to lose your shit and basically burn the entire village down. You've got the black rooster coming into play there. Not a bad card for a dragon person, not necessarily. It is in the negative, however, that shouldn't necessarily bring us down because the compatibility is there. The rooster is a soulmate card to the dragon. So this is the soul card. This is telling us that you are on the right track. This is happening for you to evolve from, to grow from. It's time to move on from this. It's time to push forward from this. You are going to find that this distraction or this kind of to-do list will run out eventually, and it will come at a cost to you. You'll feel, you know, energetically exerted, you'll feel drained, you'll feel exhausted. You're going to put yourself through this physical, almost endurance test, or almost borderline torturous kind of regime to distract yourself mentally or emotionally from what is going on. And in doing so, you're going to drain yourself. You're going to slowly start to pull in that negative stuff that's flying around you, and when you do, again, it could end up pushing you over the edge here. The dragon and the rooster go well together because they're both natural born fighters, and when they fight side by side, well, there isn't an opposition out there that would stand much of a chance. If they go up against each other, however, that's a completely different story. Then it's game on, anyone's guess. It becomes a battle of will and who wants it more. Very determined signs. And I think that's what this is now. The dragon is very, very determined. You are very determined to see this through, but I just think it's going to come at too much of a cost to you. To keep suppressing that emotion, to keep distracting yourself from thinking about the things that you need to deal with on a mental sort of level, you're almost pushing yourself into a corner. You're backing yourself into a corner. So when you snap, it's almost like most of the people around you are innocent bystanders. But the reason that you're pushing yourself into that corner is still, you know, unknown, or it's only known to you. It could be, you know, something or someone or something that is not quite how it could be or how you'd like it to be, and you can't address it in a normal way. You can't address it as you normally would. It's fragile. It's a vulnerable part of your life, and it is a part of your life. So you can't just attack it. You've got to be reasonable. You've got to be forgivable. You've got to be flexible. However, being too flexible, bending the ways that you're doing, bending to the will of this, bending to the powers of this, it could leave permanent damage, permanent scars, permanent issues for you. You could start to crack. You could start to snap. And that's where I see this going now, is that, you know, it's coming at such a cost to you. It could actually change you. But you will push through this. Like I say, it's happening as a lesson. So you will either push through this and evolve from it and grow from it and learn from it, or it will put you in a cycle and you'll come back around and have to face whatever this is at a later date, when you're more experienced or when you're more kind of ready for it. If you ever are going to be ready for it. It could be something that goes on through lifetimes. That's the unfortunate thing. We just don't know. We don't know what happens next. But we do know that there is a catalyst moment coming. God, this is a real good spread, isn't it? I mean, talk about combatants and warriors here. This is literally like the gladiators of the Colosseum coming out here, just to have a mess with our day. That sheep, the goat, is a catalyst card. It's a goat of change. Something is changing, something's phasing in, something's phasing out. But unlike the rabbit and the pig, the sheep is a very abrupt sign. It's a very push in, smash the place up, and then let you deal with the mess. And that is what is happening here. In fact, all three of these cards here are going to make a mess. All three of these signs here are going to put up a fight, and I think this is the fight in you. You're fighting against yourself, you're fighting against you, you're fighting against your own nature, you're fighting against what you're actually seeing and what you're choosing to believe. As I say, the more you distract yourself, the more you convince yourself you're okay, the more you don't have to address with the real problem here. You don't actually have to deal with it because it doesn't exist while it's out of your frame of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. But the thing is with this thing, because it's so important, or it's so intimately entwined into your existence, it will come to a point where you have to address it. You'll be in a face-off with it, and then what's going to happen? Are you going to just ignore it and just walk away and just pretend like nothing's happening? Or are you going to be forced to be in a position where you've got no other choice but to now let loose and express yourself and let everybody kind of know what's actually going on? Or that thing or that someone is going to get the full heat of that dragon breath, that dragon fire, when you finally snap, as well as all those innocent bystanders, because you're backing yourself into a corner with this suppression and this ignorance to things, with this do and distract mentality. And we'll find out how you get on with that, won't we, next week, when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the dragon. My next reading will be for those born in the year of the snake, so if you're interested in what those guys are up to, I'll see you over there next. If not, no worries, I'll just catch you in a video next time for the dragons. Thanks for watching, guys. Love and peace.